Nice, well said, Baron.
So, okay, so in top bottom left corner we have Masr, the red Terran, and then in the top right corner we have RaggedMime, the purple Proton.
Excellent, and this is going to be the first PVT that we're going to see today. And honestly, I miss seeing a little Protoss unit on the map. Honestly, do. And
I know, we haven't seen any Protoss this game other than Churro new PvP.
exactly, and that was yeah. And PvP is always a bit brutal. We're seeing okay, and so we're seeing the start of a standard game. Nothing much going on at this moment. How have you been feeling about how this tournament's been going so far?
I think we've seen some great games. I'd love to see like a good macro game though. Like the games usually end before like 13 or 15 minutes, so
Right on.
love to.
Yeah, or like those end game compositions clashing in the in the brutal battle that that is so many pretty colors. Do you want to go ahead and give a shout out to a few people in chat? Mr. Steejo, pleasure to see you in the chatmosphere, homie G. Also, of course, Tirte, Tenpi, Tome116, Troutpond, Truron, Wolf, Mobius Reactor, Irish Grenade, Delton 101, CK Gucci. Pleasure to see you back here, Benjamin. I love you long time. 8196 Colton Isle, still in the house, hanging out, enjoying the show. I'm just going to run through this list just a little bit more. AJO27 Annex, Averill, welcome back, homie G. Baxter, is that you? Welcome back, homie G. Wilkers. Beast the Pro, we got a new face in here. Captain Kirk, Psyshar, Twiz, Elduro 1994. I'm assuming that's your birth date, or maybe when you graduated high school or college. From 1161, man, you're old. Here, G-Roy, 12. Oh, there's too many names to name off. Holy moly.
Third Turtle. I helped him.
Third Turtles. Soloon 1, South 1993. Wow, you're young. Taltham, The Lonely Dog, Snake Kings. A pleasure to see you in here, homie G. Wilkers. So how are these games looking here? Do you think we're going to see Standard Commander 2-based shenanigans, or are we going to see some kind of macro-oriented game? We do have a reactor going down here, so I do assume that Terran's going to push out at about 7 to 6 minutes and bring every single SCV he owns to the engagement.
I don't know, man. I think this is gonna be a really standard 3 racks off one base. I would much rather see a 1 rack 6-man, but you know.
Matt Shinobi in the house. A pleasure to see you. Oh, we are seeing 3 gates. Uh-oh. I think Mars is up to something very special. Guys in the chat, if you think you know what Mars is, if you think you know what build he's doing, please go ahead and type it down in the chat, and I'm excited to read it.
I'm sure a lot of people know what this is. I mean, it's very
really
aggressive build.
K-Shard says, woo! Mars build in the house. That's what I'm talking about. That's that metagame, boy.
What do you mean? This is a 3 rack. This is a standard 3 racks. I mean, it's not like it's not like you just made it, but okay.
This is the Mars build. We're seeing 3 racks, is 2 tech labs and 1 reactor. That is what equates to the Mars build, and it's become a fan favorite.
Is that like all he does or something?
Nope, it's one of the builds that people just love to see and cheer him on.
I mean, it's really standard. Okay. We're definitely gonna see combat. That's weird. You usually go with this build. You usually go for stim and concussive cells, so it's really easier to kite.
Well, he actually is going stim and he's going combat shield.
Yeah.
So now
from Protoss we see a 3-gate robo.
Excellent.
So looks like 1 base shenanigans from both players right now.
Exactly.
And a 3 racks is actually going to be really easy to hold since he's going with this 3-gate robo. This Immortal's going to do maximum amount of damage to these. And actually going to chrono this out. Hopefully going to get an observer next just to see what's going on. That would up his chances of beating this by a lot.
Heck yeah, I'm very interested to go ahead and see when we're going to see this Mars build kick into gear, when we're going to see this little bio ball go ahead and snipe. I feel like this is specifically to go ahead and take down a fast expansion or a greedy Protoss, but it does look like Protoss is being as equally non-greedy, is going to go ahead and one base pretty hard, and I do think that value-wise, this Terran army is going to be much stronger.
There goes the concussive shells now. But if he just gets like a couple of sentries, this is really easy to hold off a 4-gate going down now. But we should see him move out as soon as Stim's done, because concussive shell is a really short upgrade. So as soon as he gets there, concussive shell should be done. But since he is going a Marauder heavier style, if he would have gone like 1 tech lab and 1 reactor, this Marauder is going to do a lot of damage if it does not get sniped. Actually standing in base now, getting a second mortal out. Really aggressive play from both sides. There's the observer, he's going to see that there's no expansion. Hopefully going to warp in some sentries. Sentries is really what he needs here.
Unfortunately, a little supply block
yeah.
can go ahead and hurt this Protoss at the worst possible time. I do think that Observer saw the army move across the field. Right now, this army isn't going to take any expansion by surprise, but this force field management needs to be consistent and on the ball if he doesn't want to go ahead and see this huge bio army just walk into his main and put so much DPS down on the ground.
But he does have one sentry out, and it's gonna have 2 force fields by the time this fireball comes. Definitely enough time to warp in some extra sentries and just keep on massing up these immortals. And really, what you want to do is cut the army in half, like so these dogs can do a ton of damage.
3 immortals, 50 shots of pop if you're armored. That means these marauders are going to go down so fast. Now these force fields are going to be so important.
Definitely. And with 3 sentries, he should be able to hold this really nicely. Stimming up the ramp, not the best thing. Force field going down, really nice force field. A little bit off. Oh, why'd he put down second force field? Just back up. Yeah, that's all you need to do. You just need to keep cutting the army and backing up.
Now all these sentries, almost all these zealots are gone. If all these zealots disappear, these immortals are going to be on their own. But so many bio units disappearing so fast.
I'm really sure this is GG actually. We see Mars actually focusing on micro right now, not going back to production. So we can see a counterattack, and it will be really strong, as long as he brings a probe to put a proxy pylon down somewhere. We see 4 stalkers going down. Gonna cut off his bio ball.
These immortals putting in so much damage. There is no expansion back at home.
Oh, that sentry came so close to dying.
And this one immortal has 6 kills, another has 2, another has another 6.
Definitely plenty of work there. But a big thing about this is Ragged actually sees everything that Mars is doing. Hasn't taken out that observer yet. Probably doesn't even know it's there. Force field just ramp, and that's all he has. There, great force field.
An insult to injury.
Gonna just let these units die. Try and do as much damage as possible. And
fortunately, the Mars build not working out this time around.
There's the GG.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and stand by for the next